Hello, tribe. How is everybody today? Today is September 11th, and it is a Monday. Just to make sure that everyone knows, I do know what's going on in the world. My prayers are with Florida. They are still with Texas, and obviously with the entire U.S. today, with it being September 11th, the anniversary. Hopefully, if you have something in your area that you can volunteer or contribute to or donate to any of those causes, hopefully you're able to get out and do something like that today. But even with it being such a busy day in the world right now, I still wanted to hop on, and I want to talk to you guys today about comparison. I want to talk to you today about visualization. So sometimes I think when people hear visualization, they start to think of the woo-woo, the manifestation and all that stuff. And I like the woo-woo, just so you know. But I'm also going to help you break down today what it is that you see and how you can get to where you want to go based on that. So, we as women, we are so good at comparing ourselves to others. And so for the longest time, I used to try to get clients to just stop. I'd be like, stop comparing yourself. You are you, do you, be your best, blah, blah, blah. And I've just accepted that women have a gift when it comes to comparison, and it's really hard to take that gift out of people. So what I like to do now instead is to say, okay, you're going to compare yourself to someone, whether it's someone that you see all the time, maybe it's someone in your actual life, or it's someone on television, or it might even just be the girl you just passed at the coffee shop this morning, right? You've already compared yourself somehow. Her hair's better, her legs are nicer, whatever it is, right? She smiles better, her teeth are whiter. I mean, we are just wired this way, honestly. So what I'm going to do is try to get you today to use that natural skill that you have to start visualizing what it is you or who you want to be. And then we're going to break it down from there on how we can take what we're seeing and how we can turn that into action to become that person. So, for example, let's say you saw this girl at the coffee shop and immediately you're like, oh my gosh, she has amazing legs. Oh my gosh, her hair. Oh, how does she get it to do that? Her skin, it's so clear. Oh my gosh, right? You're going through all of these things. And whether you realize it or not, a lot of you, when you're going through these things, you're immediately making judgment calls. She has great legs. She must work out every day. Her hair is amazing. I wonder where she gets it done, right? Her skin is so clear. I wonder what she's eating. Like, you immediately start to connect things that you think, you don't know this person, so you don't really know, but things that you think this person does to get the body that she has, or get the hair that she has, or get the job. You see someone, oh my gosh, she's climbed that career ladder. I wonder what course she took. I wonder, what is it that she's doing extra that I'm not doing? So you immediately start to think that that person is doing something to get to where they are. And they probably are. So what I want to do is I want you to think in your mind, picture yourself the way you see yourself healthy. It's going to be different for all of you. Some of you, picturing yourself healthy is you're going to see yourself out running on the beach somewhere with your kids and having a blast. And it might be in a one-piece, it might be in a two-piece, right? You see right there's a difference for everybody. Some of you being healthy might mean that you just took a hiking trip and you got to the top of some mountain and you had that moment where you got the selfie with the mountain in the background and you're just feeling amazing. Everyone has a different idea or goal when it comes to being healthy. So I want you to think about your ideal person, what your ideal picture of yourself would be. I know way back when I first started learning to take care of myself and trying to eat right, I had this picture in my head. Every day I just wanted to be able, hopefully you guys will understand, I think you will. Every day I just wanted to be able to get out of bed, go to my dresser, pull out any old pair of jeans, put them on, grab a t-shirt, put it on, and walk out the door. I didn't want to have to look for my fat jeans. I didn't want to have to look for the jeans that, held everything in on that day. I didn't want to have to look for the t-shirt that was loose up top because it felt tight. I just wanted to be able to carefree, not a worry at all about what I was going to wear for the day, go to the dresser, pull out jeans and a t-shirt, and walk out the door and feel great. That, in my mind, was the person I wanted to be. I wanted to be able to, you heard me, I said carefree. If you think about how much time and effort you spend thinking about what clothes you're going to wear because you're worried about if this one's too tight, or this one fits weird, or, you know, this one fit last summer but doesn't fit now, that kind of stuff. So I wanted to be carefree about that. I just wanted to know that every time I went to put on a pair of pants, they fit. Every time I put on a t-shirt, it was okay. I wasn't even worried about like dressy clothes. I just wanted my every single day life to be so much easier, because that was, you know, because getting dressed wasn't going to be traumatic. So that's just one little snippet. So once I would picture that in my mind of this woman who was able to just get up and get dressed and wear whatever she wanted without a care in the world, I immediately started to think that that woman must eat really great food, like high quality food. She must be working out on a regular basis. I bet she gets up really early and even works out before her day gets started, right? Like I just started seeing all these things that that person, me, would be doing to get to where they were. So I want you to start thinking about that. It's definitely a mental exercise. For some of you, it might take you a week or two to really hone in on this ideal version of you and what it is that you're doing to get there. You know, are you, you know, let's say, case in point, maybe every Friday and Saturday you're going out for dinner and you're having drinks. Well, maybe your ideal fit, healthy person is going out on Friday night and taking a walk with their husband, or on Saturdays they're cooking together, making great food, and then going to a ball game or going hiking or something, like something more outdoorsy, right? So you've got to start thinking, what is it that healthy version of me would be doing? And some of you may want to write it down. Some of you may immediately put it in your head and know what that person is doing to get to where she is. But I want you to start thinking about that. So I'm going to use some of the examples that I just gave you, because once you visualize this person and you start conjuring up in your mind what activities this person does to be healthy, to be happy, to look amazing, to climb the career ladder, whatever it is that your ideal person is doing, you are the ideal person, we're going to break that down, and we're going to start tearing down the barriers of why we aren't doing those things. So for example, in the case that I gave you, to me, the version of me that would get out of bed every day and just throw on any old pair of jeans and feel great in them, that person was working out. That person was eating high quality food. In my mind, that person was always active. She was always going for a run, or she was going to help at, like volunteer at something. She wasn't sitting in front of the television. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't always going out for dinner, ordering a burger and fries. She would go out for dinner, but she would order quality food versus, you know, the stuff that the 5-year-old version of her liked. So what I had to ask myself was, okay, if that's who that person is, and those are the things that person is doing to get there, well, why aren't I doing those things? How come I'm not getting up early to go work out? Why am I not choosing quality food? Why am I not getting out in front of the television and doing things? Why am I not being outside and taking a walk or going for a run? And it's so easy to say those things and to ask yourself those things, but to really sit and dig deep and ask and like really figure out why you're not doing it. Some of you may just be flat out afraid. I'm afraid that I can't do it, or I'm afraid that I'm going to do all of that and it's still not going to go the way I had planned. Some of you might actually have some true barriers in your way. So, you know, if in your mind, hang on, the dog is getting wound up again. Hey, stop. He likes to pick on his little brother. Come here. Come here. So some of you may have an actual legit barrier that's standing in your way. For example, if in your mind your ideal person is going out every night for a walk, or they're getting up in the morning and they're going for a walk, you may have the barrier of maybe you have children to take care of, or maybe your job is getting in the way. And so this is where, once you identify what's stopping you, this is when you have to really get serious and decide what you're going to do to work around that. So for example, I know a lot of times we have moms that say, I don't have childcare, or I don't have any extra money to join a gym, or my gym doesn't have childcare. So my advice would be to go outside. If you live in the country, get outside, go for a walk, take your kids with you. If you live close to the town, go to one of the parks, push them on the swing set, get on the swing set yourself. If you've lost the connection with yourself and your body, just any minimal activity will make a difference for you. So right there is one way of, I in my head, I've conjured up that this lady is active every single day. I've decided that the reason I'm not active is because I have my children and I can't get away from that situation. So the way around that is I'm going to take them with me. I'm going to incorporate them. I'm going to push them in the stroller. I'm going to push them on the swing, or I'm going to walk them around the track with me. You know, like a lot of people think in their mind, oh, that girl that I saw that is so healthy and works out all the time, I bet she gets up early in the morning and she works out. Well, you can get up early too. So, you know, you've got to identify what it is that you think it's going to take, and then ask yourself why you're not doing it. So if it's a matter of getting up early and you're super duper not at all an early person, then that's going to take time. You're going to have to work on that. It might be that you start off slow. You get up 5 minutes early, and maybe just congratulate yourself on that. And eventually down the road, you're getting up 15 minutes early, and maybe you're just getting a little stretching in. And then before you know it, maybe you're up a half an hour early and you're actually going for a walk. Hey, we're about to have World War III with the dogs. Hang on. Quit. They always like to act up when I am on a live. So, one sec. Okay. This is Radar. He's being picked on right now by his big brother. So I'm just going to hold him so that won't happen. All right, so let's kind of recap. You're always comparing yourself to someone else. You're always seeing someone who you think is living the life that you want to live. And you immediately know they're doing this or they're doing that, or you at least think you know what they're doing to get to where they are. Once you identify those things, maybe it's something as simple as like the girl that has the great hair. I bet she's getting her hair cut every 6 weeks. Well, that is something that you too can do, right? The person who you're like, oh, she has amazing legs. I bet she runs 3 days a week. That is something you can build up to too, or you can start incorporating too. You just have to figure out what it is that's stopping you from taking that action that you know you need to take, and then work through those barriers. It could be asking a family member to help you with your kids. It could be seeking assistance professionally through working with a personal trainer or a nutritionist. There's just so many things that you could be doing, but you're letting your idea of who you already are stop you. So I know it's cheesy. You probably hear it all the time. You know, if you can see it, you can do it. See it, believe it, dream it, all these things. But it's very, very true. If you start to use your visualization, think of who it is you want to be. What is the healthy lifestyle that you want to live? And in that healthy lifestyle version of yourself, what are you doing? Are you getting up early? Or are you maybe fitting in a workout after work before you get the kids? What are the steps that you're taking in this visualized version of yourself to make it work? Write those things down, figure out what it is you can do to overcome those situations, and start taking action. That's the biggest thing, you guys. It's great to see it and believe it and dream it, but until you actually do something, you actually take a walk, you actually set the alarm earlier, you actually go to the grocery store to buy the food, until you actually take action, it's just a dream. So I encourage you to work through the process. If you missed some of this, I know some of you are hopping on later, just go back and watch it from the beginning, but walk through the process, work through the steps, and then do what you figured out you need to do. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Talk to you soon. Bye.